Good afternoon, Neo.
What's up, Rita?
Thank you for being there last minute. I spontaneously called you up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Neo, are you around?
You want to fidget around with some of the stuff, and I don't know. You wanted to play with the online, so go ahead.
Well, you know me, my mind's always racing, isn't it? I'm always full of questions. We discussed the Casaras the other day.
Yeah.
And we listened to her DA tape.
Yep.
And she described David as being chubby, didn't she?
She did.
Well, Paul Hart brought it to my attention that, I made a really good point. And she was also describing David's very high hairline. And he provided me with this picture, the one on the left, when David was in the army. I mean, he's got an incredibly high forehead. Like a high hairline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, he does.
And Nan was saying about
That's
this.
His army picture, right?
Yeah.
What year
and I
is
said, no widow's peak in sight. So when did he go in the army? 70, 71?
71 to 74, yeah. So that's somewhere in between there. Probably like 71, 72.
And the picture on the right, when he was arrested, I mean, he's clearly very chubby, isn't he? I mean, he's quite a heavy built.
Yeah, I'd say about 180, 200.
So in regards to Nan Casara, she describes him as, well, chubby, big built, and also with a high hairline. So Wendy's attacker, she never describes her attacker as big built or chubby.
Nan's also describing him from that period because that's when she knew him, that April of 76, correct?
Yep.
So Nan's
right before Wendy was attacked.
Yeah, right.
Days before. So I don't think he would have lost like a load of weight in between those days, would he? So, just another point.
But again, you got to pour some water on her stuff because she's old. Some of her stuff is not on point. You can see, I tend to just follow the incidents that happened with her as far as the stuff that went on with Berkowitz because they were, personal stuff that went on with her, her own. But her testimonies to some stuff she just doesn't really know. So, I don't know what to take from her as far as like that. But
nevertheless, she described him as chubby, and nowhere in Wendy's description.
Again, she also, Rena, is seeing a lot of stuff within the 2 years or 3 years, from 76 to 79, with all Maury's stuff out there. So she's also, seeing a lot of pictures of him also too, and who knows what makes her think or say whatever.
Yeah. Well, Wendy's got her attacker described as well. It changes. It's 160, 170, 180. When David Berkowitz was arrested, I think Queens had him down at 200 pounds and Brooklyn had him at 210. So he averaged that at 205 pounds. It's quite a difference.
Yeah.
160.
But again, I believe her, but again, I have to pour some water on some of it. That's all.
It just adds another layer to her description of her attacker, right? We know David was very heavy set. He had a very distinct look too, didn't he, David? I mean, he still does to this day. You can't deny that. He's got a very distinct look.
Yeah, he does. His eyes.
Yeah. So, I mean, Paul Hart thought that was a great point. No widow's peak in sight. I'm just going to throw some other things at you, Neo. I love
fidgeting around.
I love the letters. I don't love the letters, but, the letters are what changed my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Seeing how similar the apartment letters are to the main two letters sent to the police and the press.
Right. I got this letter here from the second packet I had found. Mm-hmm. And there's two things you can take away from this letter. All right. You see the date, April 27th, 1977. Well, that's the day Harvey was shot. And as you can see here, he's complaining that Frances, that's Mrs. Carr, at 7:55 a.m. unleashed the blood monster. Now, that's the second part of this letter I want to show you that means something, the blood monster. Now, he's calling Harvey the blood monster in this letter. Okay, so he clearly shows you he's upset with the dog waking him up. Of course, then we see about 9:30 he ends up shooting Harvey. But also here, look in the letter, he calls Harvey the blood monster, right? And then if you go down to the third paragraph, he again is saying, oh God, I'm going mad. Why, Sam, do you hate people so much? You let, what does that say? Leave that terrible monster upon the, yeah, you let loose that terrible monster upon the people. So again, he's calling Harvey a monster. That's what he's calling. You don't see him mention Harvey by name in any letters. He refers to Harvey as the monster.
So, I mean, right there, I mean, if you go and look at the freaking, what is it, the Borelli letter?
Yeah, then put up the Borelli letter.
And remove that one and add that one up.
All right, so, and this is why I think the Son of Sam is Harvey, because he's the 44 caliber killer at this point, and he doesn't mind being that. But in this letter, he talks from Harvey's perspective. You see, he says, "I am a monster," right? That's who he refers to Harvey to, and it says, "I'm a little brat." Now, remember, Harvey is the one bothering him. Okay. Now, if you look down to sometimes he ties me up to the back of the house. Now, Maury wants you to think that was John Carr and that John Carr wrote this letter. That just get that out of your mind, because he didn't. And there is no one else being tied up to the back of the house besides Harvey. He's actually being tied up to the back of the house. So the Son of Sam, that's why I feel like the Son of Sam is really Harvey. He was the 44 caliber killer. The public got this letter, and that's it. They just labeled the serial killer Son of Sam. There's other parts of this letter that will show you that, when he says, go out and kill, commands Father Sam. Now, if you look at the letter, the father, the son is Harvey. And David would say he got the commands from Harvey. Harvey wasn't his father. Okay, so in this letter, he's saying, go out and kill, commands Father Sam. Harvey is getting the commands from Sam and giving them to Berkowitz. So again, he's showing you that he's speaking through Harvey.
Yeah. Everybody, when they think of Son of Sam, they think of a crazy guy talking to a demonic dog, don't they?
Right. And this, again, is when the police got this letter and some other letters they found in his apartment. It looks like he's talking to dogs, but he's not. Remember, the dogs are bothering him. Right. And it also says, behind our house, some rest. Right. Yeah. Whose house is it? It's Harvey's. It's not Berkowitz's.
It's a very eerie letter, isn't it?
Yeah. But it shows you that the Son of Sam is Harvey.
I mean, the women are queens. He particularly liked the ladies of queens, didn't he?
Right. Now, you have the letter to Abraham Beam?
I do. Would you like to see it, Neo?
Yeah, because I want to show you in there also why it's Harvey speaking through that letter.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, that's the first page. It's the second page of this letter.
So somehow David managed to write several people while locked up in Kings County, didn't he?
Right. He wrote Caceres, he wrote Beam, he wrote Breslin, he wrote the Cars, he wrote the Craig.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the Mayor Beam.
Right. That one's the
Mayor Beam. How many people have seen this? This was found in this stash of letters you found.
It's not so much that they didn't see it. They didn't know that the second part is part of this letter. And it's a big difference when you separate his apartment letters from the letters he sent out, how you look at things. So the second part of the letter, you got that, right?
Yep. Would you like me to read it?
Let me see. Okay, so look at the second paragraph there, I think it is, on that first side on the left. It says, what is that? According to the voices I heard, one of them, a demon. Okay, now that's Harvey. Harvey is the demon. According to the voices I heard, one of them, a demon, stated that Sam Carr strangled young people and buried them behind Sam's house. Okay. Now,
Sound
that's what
familiar?
he's saying in the Borelli letter.
Yeah.
According to a demon, which is Harvey, Harvey stated this to him, that Sam Carr strangled young people and buried them behind. You see again, I'm proving to you that Harvey is the son of Sam. That letter is in the perspective of Harvey at times, and
Look at
again,
the
he's
next
got his
paragraph.
mind. So the letter does go out of Harvey's perspective at times, but mainly the son of Sam is Harvey. And this is why I think that, these are the things that I found.
Look at the next paragraph. These people are just bones now. Just bones now. However, I can hear them calling out my name. I mean, if you can't look at these letters, Neo, and compare them to the police and press letters, then I don't know what to tell you. Do you want me to read these? Because they're quite crazy.
That's up to you. Go ahead. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. I wasn't even expecting this.
Right. Dear Mayor Beam, my name is David Berkowitz, and I'm writing you with the utmost urgency. There is little time left in the world because demons. Sam I Am, what is that, a reference to Dr. Seuss?
I don't know.
Sam I Am, 316 Warburton Avenue, Yonkers. Jack Cassara, 174 Coligny Avenue, New Rochelle, New York, have taken a strong hold in the government, and I am dedicated gladiator. Is that what it says?
Yep.
And I will fight the forces of darkness, the ends of the earth. A lot of this curve. However, I need your help. We must work together to help the public. And I can't read that. Them of the terrible, Sam the Terrible.
Right. See who he was blaming? Jack, Sarah, and Sam. Now, those are the people in his made-up devil cult that bothered his life.
Yeah.
And you see where up the top he says Sam Carr, John Wheat. There is no John Wheat. Okay? The only reason he says John Wheat is because he's showing you right here again. He got that name out of the phone book. That's not John Carr's middle name, and it's only like that because that's how it was in the phone book. So that name is only there because he got it out of the phone book.
Sam Carr, John Wheat, Jack and Nan Cassara, and Craig Glassman all know each other. Yeah, because they're the Wicker Street gang, right?
Because they're all after him. He all thinks these people are out to get him.
According to the voices I heard, one of them, a demon, stated that Sam Carr strangled young people and buried them behind Sam's house. These people are just bones now. However, I can hear them calling out my name and coming to me to join them. They are all, I can't read his writing. They are all something now, but I can hear them calling me. Surely Sam Carr killed them, and I something them, and I drank their blood. See, I told you, Sam is a thirsty lad.
Right.
Sound familiar? Thirsty lad?
Yeah, he's referencing both the letters in here. You get it? Oh. Right. Proving again, he wrote both of them.
I, David Berkowitz, am merely a tool for Satan the devil. But perhaps God has spared my life to the extent for a heavenly purpose. Though I am suffering now, I want to help the people and warn them of the danger of black magic and the hopes that others will see the light and something in God. Please help warn the world of the demon that is in Sam. Please help me. Sincerely, David Berkowitz. And I made an error. This was found in the apartment, wasn't it? Wasn't sent from King. I can't remember if I said that or not. This wasn't sent from Kings County. This was in his apartment. He never sent this to Mayor Beam, did he?
No, I think he did send it to Mayor Beam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, there is a few other letters to show that he did.
Because his point was just trying to reach out. He just wanted anybody who's trying to get attention. The only people he could mail letters to were these people.
Who was helping him smuggle letters out, or were they
I
just
don't know
sleeping?
how they let him do that. I don't know.
So one of them was this one to
And
Dunleavy.
you see how that letter's crazy, how it makes you think that there's a bigger satanic cult involved in
Yes.
that by the way he's writing.
Yeah, it could
Right? But
easily be
you even have his
manipulated.
apartment letters with his thoughts showing you what he was talking about and that all this devil cult crap was made up with Jack Cassera and Sam and Goncalo. You're able to understand really what was going on. So again, Maury is not as kooky as you think. When you're reading these letters, they steer you in a way where, you don't know what the hell is going on with this guy.
And plus, Maury wasn't privy to, say, the people that you've been involved with, Neo, to get these details.
Yeah, I don't think he accepted any part of the cop stuff, or he definitely didn't see everything I've seen. I don't think anyone has, because it wasn't released until recently.
So this is one of the letters he smuggled out, or I don't even know.
To Dunleavy, right?
Yep. Was it the New York Post?
Yeah. And Mittiger had gotten a hold of this letter and tipped off Maury with it.
Dear Mr. Dunleavy, despite the fact that you are no good and that Mr. Corposi Jr. has quoted me as saying many things that I did not say, I still need you as a messenger to reach the world. Please listen.
Yeah, right. Corposi wrote a book on the Son of Sam. He was the first person to put together a book in, I think it was 77, right after the arrest. It's a really good book. It's got a lot of stuff in it, and he's here complaining about some of the stuff that Corposi wrote about him in that paragraph.
Well, that was the first book I ever bought in this case. Before I read Ultimate Evil, that was the first book I bought. That letter to Breslin, I was forced to write. Breslin wanted to get up here, so he need a letter. I was almost forced to write it. Why did I want to speak to Mr. Breslin? It was not because I like him. I know that he is just a greedy reporter, but I need a messenger to Earth. Listen, I'm pleading with you to understand the forces of darkness and evil. Sam Carr is one of the devils of Satan. I cannot make myself any clearer. That day was not a day. That dog was not a dog, but a demon from hell. I happen to love dogs. Sam is a force and person beyond the wildest imaginations of people. He is not human. I have seen them, Carr, Cassara, Glassman, as they really are. I have seen them as demons, not as humans. Their humanness is only a front. They are here on Earth to destroy it. Now, does this sound like someone of sane mind?
No, he's really mad at these people that bother his life. Yeah.
I have tried to tell the police a letter. Here he is admitting it.
Right.
I have tried to tell the world. Letter to Breslin. What more do you want? Why can't the Earth wake up? I am doomed now. My fate has already been decided. There are other suns out there. God help the world. And that's what Maury used, didn't he?
That's what Maury used, and figured, again, these letters, him saying that. I mean, it's not far-fetched to think what Maury was thinking, especially in 77 when he's getting this stuff. He doesn't have the internet. He doesn't have the stuff we have now, and he hasn't seen everything we have now in a collective way altogether. So, again, I think Maury's intent in the beginning was good because he's seeing all this stuff like this. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, I can see why Maury thought what he did.
Yeah, anybody would.
So it carries on. That is why, in a sense, I've given up in court, because I am doomed by fate. Only not because I'm tired or deprived, depressed, maybe. Please, I am riding quickly. If a guard comes and finds me, with a pen, they'll kill me. There is all a plot. They are just trying.
This is all a plot.
This is all a plot. They are just trying to make me like a cold-blooded killer or a nut. The victims, the survivors are crying for blood. My blood. They have blinded themselves to my message. The world must understand. I tried to destroy the demons by killing them. Molotov cocktails. What's that? Warburton Avenue?
No, he Molotov cocktailed the Nettos at 18 Wicker, and he Molotov cocktailed the cars, and then he also set Craig's, door on fire. That's where it means bullets in the fire to kill him, meaning Craig. So the redacted stuff, 316 Warburton, 18 Wicker, and Craig Glassman. That's what you're missing out of there.
Yeah. So it says really are. I have seen them as demons, not as humans. That's the same letter twice, isn't it?
Right. Well, it isn't the same letter. He just wrote it a little bit differently in one or two spots, but you can skip it if. See how he has more sons out there on that one too, but he just wrote it differently in the other page. Yeah, if you go up,
The people, you two are trying to make me look like a cold-blooded killer. This I can understand, but that is what Sam. Yeah, he's repeating himself, isn't he?
No, this is a different one.
This I can understand, but that is what Sam wants. He doesn't want to be exposed, and now everything is going his way. You're all fools. Adolf Hitler was controlled by Sam's father, Satan. Do you know what that redaction is?
Craig Glassman.
Craig Glassman.
Right. Craig Glassman, I didn't like him. I only had a file on him. I had no admiration for him, but he was one of the sons. Okay, there you go. Like, there's more sons out there. You have to remember of his made-up cult with Jack and Sam and Craig. And he's saying right here, he is one of the sons. He's telling you what he meant by that.
Didn't you see the other crimes in the folder, in my folder? I plead to the world to understand the force of darkness and evil. Sam Carr is one of the devils of Satan. I cannot make myself any clearer. That dog, Demons, was not a dog, but a demon from hell. Everybody knows that dogs cannot talk. Sam is a force beyond my wildest imaginations of people. He is not human. I have seen them. Carr, redaction.
Well, it's Glassman again, and probably Cassera. I forget.
Why would they not redact Carr?
It's the same group of people he's been talking about under there. Why was that?
Why didn't they redact Carr, but everyone else?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. When I killed, I really saved many lives. You will understand later.
Yeah, so with that statement, I think he's saying he's saving like the world from having another one of him. He was attacking women in cars that were fooling around with men. And that's how he was, he was felt like he was born like that by irresponsible sex from his parents that just gave him up. Remember, he was adopted. So in that statement, I think that's what he's saying there. He was, go back up. He was saving the world from another person like him.
Yeah.
Right. Go back down. Back down, Rena. Yeah, that one.
I really saved many lives. You will understand later.
Right.
So he was preventing more babies being born out of wedlock, essentially.
Right.
Unwanted.
Yeah. Unwanted, yes, kids, by mistake.
People want my blood, but they don't want to listen to what I have to say. I talk to the cops with dignity and respect. When I got caught, I'm no wise ass. Like, did we ever figure out?
That's the only one. That's the only one I couldn't get. That is the only spot.
Yeah, we tried for ages to figure that out.
Yeah, I couldn't get that one. Not sure who he's talking about there.
Yeah, it could be several people, couldn't it?
Right.
I'm no wise ass like Redacted made me out to be.
But I would think Corposi, but he used, they showed Corposi in the other letter. So
yeah,
Right. So, or was this letter? I think you mentioned in the beginning.
And
Yes, no, it's not him because that's who he complains. You know, although when he got arrested, maybe when I think he called the Chief Keenan something of a different title and was, I think it was Fox or somebody pointed out, don't call him that. He's captain. Maybe that's who he's talking about. But yeah, I couldn't figure it out.
well, if you look at Carposi's name, the P would come down and you can see like a bit coming down under the redacted. So it could be Carposi.
Well, like I said, I would think so at first, but you see Carposi's name being shown.
Unredacted at the top.
Right,
Yeah.
so it can't be. Or else,
Yeah. So redacted made me out to be. You're just making it worse for the world and better for Sam. I need you, no, Dunleavy. I must be released from here. Put me in touch with Inspector Dowd, Detective Jim Fox. He stayed with me. He knows about Sam. He will listen. DB. There were also Sam's. These were also Sam's doing. What about my folder on Mayor what?
Major what was that?
Major disasters.
Right.
Those were Sam's work. The train crash.
Right.
The airplane crash. Earthquakes. People are eager to destroy me, but I have a message they must listen. You can see his handwriting gets sloppier as he goes on. I don't know why I'm writing to you. I don't like you. Your papa write all those lies. They spread deceit against me.
Your paper. He's meaning where he works.
Oh, your paper wrote all those lies. They spread deceit against me with enormous report.
Erroneous reports.
Erroneous report. You guys.
Broken in my house.
I do struggle with his writing sometimes.
You guys broke into my house.
Yeah.
I should really kill you. But I need you. I need a messenger. Please, please listen to me for once. David Berkowitz.
Wow. So he was able to get that out of Kings County.
Right. He was trying. And again, look at the people he's sending letters to. The only people that around in his life. The ones he was sending the letters out to before he was in jail. And this is the only people that he has to send to, you know.
Who have we got here? Hi, Conspiracy Archives. So I missed the clarification. Are the apartment letters actually found in his apartment?
There are letters that were from his apartment. You can tell the difference. There's letters that have addressed to, you know. So like that one was addressed to Dunleavy, went out. But it may have been in the pile of letters that I had found. So
yeah, definitely
a difference with the apartment letters and the letters he sent out. You needed those apartment letters because they were like the diary, that 40-page diary that is said to be out there. That is the letters, because there is about 40 plus letters that they had taken out of his apartment that were describing a lot of stuff, not so much the shootings, but this stuff. So, you know, this was basically the diary, the apartment letters.
Well, this Sam Carr letter here, this isn't the one he sent out from Kings County, is it?
No, that's the second one from.
Yeah. So, yeah, crazy. He was able to send, absolutely insane. He was able to send out letters. I mean, this Suffolk County one, this was what, found in his car, this one? When he was arrested?
The Suffolk County one was found in his car, yep.
Well, this one is,
that was from August 6th, okay, the same day as the fire. That's the day he was, really going nuts. This is from the day he was going to commit the mass murder out in the Hamptons, and it rained. But he had written that letter this day, I guess, to leave it there. Didn't commit the crime and left it in his glove compartment, which they found when they arrested him.
Do you really think he would have done like a mass shooting that night, Neo? Do you think he was just
he was writing it here that he was going to do that. This letter was supposed to be dropped there.
Asparagus Beach. in the Hamptons, and the rain forced him home, didn't it?
Yep. He was going to use that semi-automatic he had.
David was a prolific letter writer, wasn't he? And well, these days he can do emails. So I don't know if he writes as many letters as he used to, but as you can see, between him and Maury, I mean, it was pretty. There was a gap. I noticed. I was going through Maury and David's letters last night, and they virtually stopped talking from 81. There was a gap from 81 to 93. So it's
I
like
don't
a
know
12-year
about
gap.
I really don't know about that.
Well, unless
I
they
know
just
for a fact that Maury was seeing Berkowitz a lot more than you think or anybody thinks. I know they make you think he only went in there for that interview, that one, or maybe just the second one. He was going in there a lot, visiting him. That's not being shown to you. That I have talked to Maury's friends, and they've told me that he would go in there a lot. He had a relationship with Berkowitz.
Well, this is I don't think many people have talked about this letter. Have you seen them talk about this letter, Neo?
Sure. Whatever. Shoot. I mean, whatever you want to pull up. I don't care.
I must get this job done. This is the last assignment, the last mission. Once it is finished, I will be of no use to Sam Carr. See, he really is actually obsessed with Sam Carr, isn't he?
That's who he's blaming. Again, Sam is after him. He's talked to just about every detective and police that ended up on this case. I mean, all of them. They all know that remember, he's a city worker too. There's a lot of people he knows. He's around cops his whole life. And he's a habitual complainer. They all know him. He is not part of a satanic cult, and they know that. So him doing this, they got to try and not pay attention to him,
And this is another thing. If he was in cahoots with the Carr family, why would he be harassing the father of the sons that he's friends with?
Yeah, and again, I point this out. You're saying that, he can't say nothing about them because he's afraid that they'll get his family, but yet this is all he's doing after he gets arrested is blaming Sam Carr. If he was trying to cover for John Carr at the least, why would he be throwing his father in it? Okay? You make it sound like he was covering for John Carr he won't say. Well, saying that his father was at the head of this is definitely not going to lead them away from, what he wanted to hide.
I don't know about you, but I wouldn't firebomb my friend's house or shoot their dog. Would you?
No,
and also
but again, Maury paints a picture that the father was mean to the kids. And, again, during my investigation, I felt also that maybe Berkowitz was with John against Sam because of what Sam had done to him growing up. Well, meanwhile, that's just all lies. There's no proof of him beating John. So, you think that stuff was going on as they were trying to get back at Sam.
Yeah.
When you look at this investigation, how it's painted for you.
I do not fear death, nor do I wish to go back to my apartment ever. He didn't even want to go back there. Never again will I have to give my... See, he was it sounds here like he was prepared to die. He didn't want to even go back.
He didn't want to go back to that apartment. It was driving him nuts.
Yeah, he didn't want to be there.
Right. Craig, once Craig moved in, it really escalated.
It says here, never again will I have to give my life to Craig.
Right.
He really didn't want to go back. He was going to go out in a blaze of glory. However, I will do my best to come out of this alive. So he was prepared to die. Because as one columnist said, someone must pay for these horrendous crimes. From the Bronx to Watermill, New York, no soul shall be safe. I would also like to meet with the task force personally. Not that I have anything to say to them, but it's only fair we meet face to face.
He's a buff.
He's a buff.
Yep.
I wonder if they'll take me on a brief tour of their war room. Perhaps the hidden secrets of the Carr house will never be known. Those hideous blood monsters lurk in the woodwork and under the rotting floorboards. Yes, they will still live on. At this time, Craig is awaiting anxiously by his TV, his noisy TV, right?
Right.
Ready to take command. Here we have it again. Bullets crackle in the quiet town. The sounds of running feet and screams of anguish fill the air. He was actually very good at writing poems and letters, wasn't he? I think. You disagree?
I don't really think so. Myself.
Huge streams of blood travel down, what's to say, curvaceous buttocks.
Yeah.
Bosoms bouncing, bullets flying into the night, coldly seeking flesh and bone. Yes, it's terror in the night. Sergeant Craig is terror. Who has brought the wrath to this town? Where is the great Lord Bloomingdale's, their savior? What does that mean?
Bloomingdale's was a very popular department store across county back then.
Oh, the Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, there was a department store, Bloomingdale's, there. So in Yonkers, I can only imagine that's what he means.
Why has God forsaken this place? For truly there has never been peace in the Hamptons. Inner peace, I mean. They aren't sensual people. They aren't a sensual people, but they are filled with rage and jealousy. So let New Yorkers everywhere gather together, gather to battle unseen forces that roam the neighborhoods at night. This is a lot. And seeks to imprison their children in coffins. Let them hunt. He likes to use that word hunt, doesn't he? Hunt down the son of Sam and the mysterious, what's that say?
Mysterious things?
There things? Whatever. Truly, nobody knows what time it is. For the end of Sam is drawing nigh.
Yep.
Yet the police continue to hunt and stop. Oh, whatever. The inspector continues to work feverishly trying to unravel the mystery, but would he dare to believe that what does that say?
That by sunrise of the next morning,
he will be holding that 44.
Right.
The curtain always closes quickly when the stars walk off.
He's ready to die.
He's ready to die.
Right.
In the aftermath, the Hamptons Chamber of Commerce will have to count them dead and file a report. Reporters will be swimming the streets, snapping pictures of dark red spots on the ground, which symbolize where people once stood. Perhaps a big tall cop with an empty 38, smoking 38s in the present letter. Recognize that? Will be playfully kicking in the ribs of the son of Sam with his shining, what's that say?
With his shiny boot.
Shiny boot. I love how you know his words. It's amazing. He'll be enjoying those sadistic delights and he'll be looking on the satisfaction at his prize catch. In a short time, things will be back to normal. And if you go into lovers' lanes at night, you will be able to hear, you spelled hear wrong, hear of the dozens of car springs squeaking in unison. Then you will know that there is peace in the world. He hasn't signed it here. He's just putting X.
That meant when he gets captured, girls and guys fooling around in a car, when you see that happening again, he's gone. Because he was the one shooting these women in cars.
Yeah. Crazy letters, Neo. Crazy letters. I mean, there's a plethora of letters we could go over.
Yeah, and they don't make sense, so don't try and make sense out of them. Most of them, you can only get bits and parts of them, but he's out of his mind.
I think we'd need about 3 or 4 hours to go over those letters, wouldn't we?
But throughout all the letters, he blames no one but that imaginary cult, which consists of the people that were bothering his life with dogs and TVs and music and whatever.
Yeah, I like what you were saying earlier. I can see why Maury thought what he did, especially early on.
Yeah.
by seeing what he saw.
Michael and John's death, dying like that, was a big question mark. The sketches, not little, all being different, from each other. That's a question mark. And then he's just running into a lot of bad stuff.
When you first saw these letters from the apartment, where were you at that point? Were you suspicious that he acted alone, or where were you at when you got hold of those?
I was, I think, still thinking John Carr was involved. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I got a hold of these, and these helped me understand that John Carr wasn't involved, because you see what he was talking about. Without those letters, you can't really put together what he meant about a satanic cult, which Maury thought was something else. But the satanic cult did consist of those people. He says it in all the letters. And then, like I said, not the Abrahamson one, the Klausner book, right? He speaks about this to him a lot, because he even says he gave Klausner the whole demon story stuff because he was still trying to pull bullshit with the Sam Carr and all that. So when you read the Klausner book, you see the way he's seen this fake satanic cult that he had. And then when you get the letters, you understand the characters in there, where they were, why, and you see it was the dogs really bothering him from these people. And again, Sam Carr looked exactly like Jack Cassera. They were identical. When he shoots the dog at Wicker, they get a new dog like 3 weeks later, and it's the same. It's like the same German Shepherd. Again, he's bugging out with all the stuff going on.
Yeah,
but these people bothering him is how he formed the satanic cult that he was talking about. There is no satanic cult with him. It's made up.
Just the Wicker Street cult.
Right. And again, we point out that the 22 disciples of hell cannot be possible because Maury came up with that theory from the letter. And that letter, Berkowitz meant the house number. So you have no 22 people to even look for because there is no 22 disciples of hell. There's no such thing.
Yeah, no.
The theory was wrong.
I mean, if you ask people, who are these 22? I mean, they can guess, but it's just guesses.
Well, I spent time in the beginning of all this trying to find people connected to this 22. And everybody I kept running into had a different story than what Maury was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, again,
nothing was adding up.
You start out looking at what Maury wanted you to look at with an open mind. And if you take the investigation the right way, you will end up the same way I did by the right evidence and information in front of you.
Do you think Maury knew as he went along that, this was a pile of horseshit, but he was too into deep?
I think later on, yes. I think later on in his investigation, after his book, definitely, Again, can I say that Maury died thinking John Carr was involved in this? Yes, I can. I think that Maury passed away thinking John Carr was involved in this. So that, to you, should show you that he really wasn't so much making things up. He was just trying to he really thought John Carr was involved in this. And he kept trying to fit it.
Himself.
What was that?
I think he convinced himself that John Carr was involved in some way or another.
It was a lot of stuff not adding up. A lot.
Suspicious death of the Carr
Again,
brothers.
He's not the only one to think the way he did. I know his work definitely influenced people, but there is a lot of law enforcement that didn't think he was alone.
Well, I mean, no one can deny both Carr brothers dying in a short amount of time is, anyone would think.
Right. And especially with the way John Carr's death story is told. Yes. You have two different stories. Okay. Again, I pointed this out, I think, in a couple of videos before. It's the only instance in this case I see two different stories. I've been basically able to iron a lot of stuff out. But this story, when John Carr died, you're given two different stories. So that can't be. One of them's lying, You between Geitzen saying he showed up, knocked on the door, and he heard a fire. And then I'm pretty sure the other story is, didn't the girl he was living with, what was it, Linda, I think?
Linda, yeah.
Yeah, catch him or see him, or she called or whatever. There's two different stories to that. I don't like that.
Why don't you like it?
Because there's two different stories. One of them can only be true. You know, did he shoot himself when the police knocked on the door? Or did he shoot himself prior to that and the cops came?
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Doesn't add up, does it?
Well, there shouldn't be two stories.
And then you get people like Tom Turkey and Phil Falcon, adding their bits in.
But nothing worked in Maury's favor when he interviewed these people. It was more stuff even.
Especially when you got like Phil Falcon saying, John Carr was sacrificing cats in his kitchen. Like, he's going to think, I'm right. I was right.
Again, but what does that do? What does that prove? You could have been on drugs that night and they were being idiot kids or whatever.
It was up to times, wasn't it?
I don't know. He could have been into that. I'm not saying he wasn't. But then again, even if it was what he did,
what does it mean?
I still can't connect him to Berkowitz. So what he did in his life has nothing to do with Son of Sam.
I mean, if you were to show me a picture of David and John together, or David and Michael, or David and Wheat, or David and Sam. In a long time,
he doesn't have any intricate story with them. I mean, I know the lies he put out there about being with them, but that's it.
It was a perfect recipe for Maury, wasn't it?
I guess, again, I don't think he meant this to happen.
It snowballed.
Yeah, it got out of hand.
And really, really got out of hand. To him.
You see it in modern time. Right now, it's happening. Same type of movie. Yeah. So
yeah, it's even easier these days, isn't it?
No, it was.
Well, no, you don't even have to leave your house, dude.
But now you can get. Yeah, but you can't really get away with what he was doing back in the day, because now you can get fact checked a lot easier.
And I think that's the problem. Maury never knew that we'd have the internet at our disposal and access to his files.
No.
A lot of people have had those files for a very long time, and between all of them, no one has been able to come up with any concrete evidence that David was part of a cult. It's all assumptions.
Yeah, there's been so much stuff within the past couple of years, and there's nothing.
Like a lot of
Speraza. You got some of Speraza stuff at all while we're here?
Don't think I have.
Because I wouldn't mind showing that, how, he was on Central Avenue with no shirt on, and he ran into cops and gave him a report that he knew Berkowitz, and then they immediately sent him to the task force, and then you can see also where Dowd cleared him.
Now, if you could guide me to where we found it the other day, because I know you're the master of this.
I'll go to Yonkers, right, and then go down to the miscellaneous section, where it says 45 miscellaneous reports, and it's in there. But I think both of them are in there.
I'm glad my internet's working better today. So, miscellaneous reports, because I've got a memory like a goldfish, as you know. So, here we go. It's still where I left it the other day, look. Is this the one?
Put it up. I can see.
Oh, sorry. Let me add it to the studio. Right.
Yes.
This cop's right in, right?
So Peraza is the only person, when you look at all the files and all the stuff, it's the only person you could say that spoke to Berkowitz and was with him as far as a friendly companion.
Yeah.
From March of 76, before the shootings, all the way to, I think, October of 77, they broke off. Or no, that could have been. He was already arrested until, when was it? I'm not sure when he stopped going to work with him. I forget. But anyway, yes, Faraz is the only one. When you look at everything, is the only one that spoke to him and you can say was with him. And
so what are we looking at here?
Well, I can't really see it. It says while on patrol.
Yep, RC patrol
Right.
at above location.
Yeah. Okay. I can't read it. If you can read it.
While on RC patrol at above location, the undersigned officers observed an unknown white male to whom we believed bore a striking resemblance to the August 9th police sketch of Son of Sam murder suspect.
Real quick, what's the date this was taken?
8th the 11th.
Right. This is the day after the arrest. They catch Richie up on Central Avenue in Yonkers, and he's walking around without a shirt.
Wow. It says, bearing in mind I can't read that, all the professional opinion without having all precinct facts I have. We are of the opinion of 1 to at least 3 past and released police sketches of suspect. There had been what we have, I guess that's so bad, believed to have been variations to a masked degree of resemblance.
So they're saying, yeah, through your mumble jumble, they're saying that he looks like Berkowitz a little, That's what he's saying. He kind of did. He didn't really look, but he had dark hair, I guess, same kind of build. But
saying continue for something suspect.
Yeah, that's continue the report. Go ahead.
A suspect's appearance for conclusion is Son of Sam, maybe more than one, than which may be acting in total concert.
Right. So remember, Yonkers, again, doesn't know. It's the day after the arrest. They don't know if more people are involved in this. So they're open-minded. That's what they're saying on here. Like, there could be other people, so we're staying open.
With this opinion in mind, our questioning of aforementioned white male who volunteered to speak with us revealed the following subject's name: Richie Speranza, 31 years old, of his address.
Right.
Mr. Speranza, who appeared in a disarrayed condition, clothing, hair, no shirt on, advised us that he in fact continue from previous page.
He in fact
knew the arrested David Berkowitz. He is a friend of Berkowitz. Speranza has eaten at his home and has been in his company at various times since March 1976 to May 1977.
That's a cut date, ma'am. All right.
Whereas they had worked together, sheet metal work, at the Wolf and, how do you say it? Munier?
Yeah. That's it.
At 525, somewhere. Mr. Speranza expressed his reasons for
divulging
foreseeing information to us due to his fear of someone getting to his small child. We believe it is possible this man is or may be further involved.
Right. Right. So that he's coming off scared to them. He's thinking also some people may be involved and he may be in trouble because he knew him. So they're getting that from him, which is why you go ahead, continue.
A third person also involved, or he may believe that Berkowitz may talk and also involve him.
Well, see, the police are staying open. They're keeping him open as a suspect because of the way he's acting and that he knew him. Right.
As a possible principal who may be directly involved in crimes in question. This is possible, I can't read that, of speaking to a sign may be an attempt to throw away possible suspicions off of himself.
Right.
Subject has, I can't even read that, dude. I can't even read the rest of that. It's unreadable. But yeah, in Lowdown, what are they saying here, dude?
They're saying that he seems fishy because, again, he's whacked out because he knew Berkowitz and he didn't know that this guy was doing this. So he doesn't know what to think. He thinks there's other people involved, or people may think he's involved because he knew him. So they're very shaky with him. So they send him down to the task force. Here you see August 12th, right, to 15th?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the day after now that they spoke to him, because they're not sure of him. There's so many stories going around. Also, right, this is only a day after his arrest. There's so many stories going around, and the police don't know what to do with him. He's erratic. He's definitely making them feel like he's not comfortable. So they send him down to the task force, where they're advised to send anyone that has to do with the son of Sam down to here. So they send him to Dowd, and here is the report.
Yes. 44 caliber killer information continued that Speraza has been interviewed on August 13th and 14th by NYCPD Inspector Dowd, senior officer of the 109th Homicide Task Force. Contact was established with Inspector Dowd, who stated that it was the opinion of the NYCPD Task Force, and that he concurred that Richard Speraza was not a party to any of the criminal acts committed by David Berkowitz. On August 15, 1977, undersigned officers became aware of the news articles published in the Yonkers Herald Statement on Sunday, August 14th, which could only have been an interview with the aforementioned Richard Speraza. Published also on August 14, 1977, in the Sunday News was an article indicating the presence of David Berkowitz along with an as yet unidentified white male at the Mamaroneck Animal Hospital.
Right.
So they are eliminating Richie, essentially.
Right. I mean, he was interrogated. I blame the police, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you want, but he was questioned. He went up to the police on Central Avenue, and they thought something was weird with him, of course. And they sent him to the task force, and they cleared him. So I don't know what you want to do with that, but I don't think you can fool detectives. It was definitely more than one person there that questioned him. They definitely ran him through the mill, because as you can see, I myself, that's the only person that I could find that was speaking to Berkowitz or was with him. They're not going to let him go so easy. They grilled him, I'm sure, for hours.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone else they talk to like him as far as a companion.
Well, on another show, we're going to go through Richie's DA recording, and I've got quite a lengthy article by Richie that I'd like to go over. So,
Right.
yeah, when we come back.
There's another story that, he's at Richie's house. Berkowitz goes to Richie's house before he shot the Netto dog. And they want to say because he was there before the shooting that he had something to do with it. I don't see him in that either. The guy lived 2 feet away from me, shot. He didn't even need a car. He's going to go run back up through the woods to his apartment like he did when he shot Harvey and whatever else he was doing. Why would he have his car out when his easiest escape is through the woods? It doesn't even make sense. There was no the car scene at the crime of some guy run. Do you understand when shots are fired, people run? Okay. And when the witness to the Netto dog shooting said he's seen a man running down the street, he didn't say he seen him with a shotgun. Yeah. Because he even said, I don't even know if the guy was involved. He wouldn't be safe.
He said he didn't know what direction he came from.
And it was to a red and a black car, which we don't see anywhere. Yeah. So, and again, why would he go to a car down the street when he can go through the woods in 2 seconds? He's done. Easily stash whatever he has on him, weapon, or if anything he can't be seen with, in the woods. It's so.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like you say, it was a stone's throw from where they lived. Why would he need his car?
Right.
And a car makes it stand out even more.
And get away.
Well, yeah, you want to be as stealthy as possible.
His easiest way of getting away was through the woods.
Not an engine running and a car doors slamming and, fleeing in a car. You want to be as stealthy as possible. That's why he parked around the corner from attacks, blocks away.
Again, that's with the yellow Volkswagen. It's kind of like, there was a yellow Volkswagen at the Moskowitz scene. It was seen. Someone chased it down. But understand, again, shots fired People run and get the hell out of there. That guy probably thought in the yellow Volkswagen he may have been being followed because he's seen something. I mean, you don't know. But
Yeah, until you're in that
shots
position, you
get
don't know
fired,
you're at.
people scatter.
I would.
Yeah, it's normal. First reaction, get the hell out of there.
Or duck. Duck for cover. Well, like I said, I've got, we could go over the police report, Richie Sparrazzo. It says the witness that couldn't identify which way the guy getting into the car was coming from. So I don't even know if he was anything to do with it. Like you say, just a bystander.
Right.
But people have latched onto that. Oh, it's Richie's car. When we've got an article from Richie saying David was agitated the night he was at my house, the night the dog was shot. And he left abruptly.
I don't think he mentioned that he was agitated. I think he just said he had a couple of drinks and left and left. I don't know. I don't think he said he was agitated, but you could be right.
He said he was in a funny mood.
Not sure.
And he said he abruptly got up and left. So I mean, we got that article to read, we got police reports, and we've got his DA tape. But we will come back and do that.
Yeah, again, not only did the task force clear him, okay, then you also have the DA who didn't give up, went and gave him an interview in 79, and they couldn't find anything with Sparrazzo.
Well, at the end of the day, Sparrazzo was eliminated as a possible suspect. So, there's no more we can do with that.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't eliminate him. They did. I look at all the stuff and it makes sense. That's it. That's all you can do. I don't want to think anything other than what I should, what's in front of me. They cleared him. Nothing I can find that would put him at any of the crimes. I see Berkowitz by himself. That's it. So, no, again, I don't think the detectives covered anything up, and I don't think they slipped anything, and I don't think Sparrazzo duped them or anything like that. It is exactly what it is.
Well, thank you, Neo, for being there for me last minute. I had nothing to do this afternoon. I thought I'd pop on here, and you were available, so let's come back and finish this.
Yeah, maybe later. There's something, something like that. Yeah, maybe later. But yeah, thanks.
I need to go and eat. I'm absolutely famished.
All right. You be good.
All right. Thanks, Neo.
Thank you.